Well, it is time for us to take a look at some of our top business headlines on this Thursday morning. Let's head to the NASDAQ. Maribel Aber joins us with the details on what's being discussed, especially with the Fed and maybe cutting interest rates, but inflation, of course, a main driving factor for that. Good morning, Maribel.
Hey, good morning, Nate. Jerome Powell says the Fed needs to see more evidence that inflation is easing before it cuts interest rates. The Federal Reserve Chairman says policymakers are trying to determine if recent higher than expected reports on inflation are just a short-term bump. The Fed wants to see inflation get down to its long-term goal of 2%, and recent data has it around 3%. Speaking at Stanford University yesterday, Powell did say interest rate cuts are likely to be appropriate at some point this year. The Fed will get another big economic report tomorrow with the March jobs report due out. Disney and its CEO Bob Iger have successfully defeated an activist investor. Shareholders of the entertainment giant voted down a proposal that would have made Nelson Peltz a director of the company. Peltz and his hedge fund company Trian Partners have been pushing for change at Disney to boost the stock. He wanted to become a director to gain influence in the boardroom, but shareholders rejected the idea, giving him just 31% of the votes cast. Disney has made a number of changes already this year, and shares are up 35% so far in 2024. 3 losing sessions in a row for the Dow to start off April. The Dow closed with a 43-point loss. Nasdaq was up slightly with a 37-point gain, and the S&P 500 added 5 points. Local stocks the move included shares of Eaton, which rose nearly 2%. Pilgrim's Pride was down 1.1% yesterday. Among the Magnificent 7 big-name tech stocks, Amazon was up about 1%. And after a bruising session earlier in the week, Tesla regained a little ground. It was up 1%. The report on weekly jobless claims is due out today, and a look at the latest figures on the trade balance is also expected. This morning, futures up. Dow futures up more than 100 points. Nasdaq futures up 84. The CEO of Ulta Beauty says demand for beauty products is cooling. Dave Kimmel says the company has seen a slowdown in the entire beauty category, and after years of strong growth, some moderation in sales was expected, but Kimmel says the slowdown has started earlier than anticipated and is, quote, a bit bigger than we thought. He made the remarks at an investor conference yesterday. Shares of Ulta sank more than 15% on the news. The FCC plans to vote later this month on restoring the rules of net neutrality. The rules go back to the Obama administration and were rescinded under former President Donald Trump. The proposal would stop providers of internet broadband services from blocking or throttling internet traffic to some websites. It would also prevent service providers from favoring particular products or websites. And the plan would give the FCC greater oversight of broadband companies so the agency can address outages and security concerns. And those are your business headlines. I'll send it back over to you, Nate.
All righty, thanks a lot, Mayor.